welcome to Kakafina channel. My name is Loma and today we're going to fix my Cindy hand. This is how it looks right now. She's not very cared for. Who cares about their Cindy hand? I don't. And we have overgrown cuticles, we have overgrown nails, we have no shape whatsoever. Absolutely nothing has been done for a few months at least. So I'm thinking doing a makeover, an impressive makeover it will be, because my hand doesn't look the best. I'll switch you to another camera. Let me just zoom in a little bit. This is the nails we have before. As you can see, they're a little bit yellow because I do have green hair that washes off the yellow pigment. So I just washed my hair and therefore my nails are now yellow because of that pigment. I'm gonna show you everything on one nail, preferably on my thumbnail, because it looks like the best nail to show off something, you know. And we can see here as well from a closer look, we have very overgrown cuticles. What I'm gonna do firstly, I'm going to push back the cuticles with the tool that I have over here. I personally love using this shape of tool to do that. And I do have a metal tool for that because my cuticles are very stubborn, and you will be able to see that I can barely push them because I have to press that nail. It forms those waves on my nails, but I don't know, I don't really care about those little waves as long as the nail itself is healthy. Pushing back the cuticles, and you can see they're very stubborn. I cannot get into here at all. What I'm gonna go in next is with the drill, and I'm gonna drill away all of the dead skin on the nail, so the nail polish I put on top would stay on my nail. And I always use the drill, you guys. I always use the drill for my other hand, which is the left hand, which is the right hand, if that makes sense. I always use the drill to fix my cuticles because otherwise the gel doesn't last on me, and I want my gels to last. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the drill, and oh no, my cuticles are very sensitive, so don't be scared, they always do that. So we're gonna go ahead and use the drill for the rest of the cuticles, stubborn cuticles. So I'm gonna go with the low settings of the drill. As you can see, not very fast. We will stay on the yellow side over here. We also have pink, which is the middle section, and red, which is the high section. So I'm gonna go with the low setting, and I'm gonna go in on that little nail very gently, you guys, very gently. We don't want to damage our cuticles. So my cuticles are very sensitive, so a little wound over here, the tiniest little bit, so I'm disinfecting it. How often do I nip my cuticles when I do this? Very often on my Cindy hand, because it is very sensitive somehow. I don't know why, because on my usual hand I have no such problems at all, but with my Cindy hand there's a thing with that. Now we have a very freshly disinfected, pushed back cuticle, and we can see a little bit of dead skin over here. So I'm going to cut those dead pieces off very carefully. Again, I don't want to make this like a murder scene. For that, I will be using my trusty cuticle nippers, I always use these kind of cuticle nippers because they are comfortable to control. Like, I not nip my actual cuticles with vessels of red liquid.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut those little dead pieces off very carefully. Oh, it's so scary. Looks beautiful. Now, when it comes to Cindy hand, I prefer my nails to be very, very short so I could do things. So preferably, absolutely no nail. No nail edge should be on my Cindy hand. So I'm gonna go ahead with simple scissors and I'm gonna cut off the entire nail I have here. It's very thin, it's very prone to breakage. I always had such nails, like it's nothing I can do about it. It's genetic. I never had strong nails. Well, one time I actually got infusion of iron, and then my nails were strong for like a few months, and then they started to break off again. So, you know, just have that in mind. I never had strong nails, so I keep them as short as possible on my Cindy hand. So now you can see I cut off the entire edge, the entire free edge, and I'm gonna shape my nail a little bit to even up the sides because I like them even. I like them mostly rounded because I feel that nail shape is the best for you girls who have to work at your house, do the dishes and whatnot. It's the best for that. And with square nails, for example, I don't get a lot done because those nails just keep breaking on me and I don't like that. So I'm gonna go ahead, file the sides a little bit. Am I over filing? Absolutely, I am. So the nail looks like so. And honestly, I'm gonna stop right here. This is how typically my prepared nail looks. It is shaped. The dead skins actually are off. All I have to do now is just buff the nail plate and add some gel polishes. I personally buff my nail plate very lightly with the drill as well. So I'm gonna go on yellow low settings as well, and I'm gonna buff the nail. I'm buffing the nail because I want my gel nail polish to last on my nails. So yeah, this is as far as I'm gonna go, and I was on very low settings here. Like, this is where my little stopper was, like on very low settings, so it may look like I buffed a lot, but I truly didn't. So buffing the nail, ideally you want to just remove the shine of the nail, which I did, and I used some alcohol to remove the dust, and that's it. Actually, what I'm gonna do now is prep my nail with Gelish Dip Prep. It's like a pH bonder. That's straight up alcohol, and I want to de-oil and de-water the plate a little bit more because I don't know if that was enough. So I do it several times on my nails. I go in with this prep for at least 2-3 times on my nail because I do have very oily nail plates, and manicure doesn't last on me if I don't prep properly. I learned this on seminar that you can do this several times, and I'm so excited about it. Like, the nail polish gel nail polish started to last on me, which was a surprise for me because before the nail polish wouldn't last. Gel nail polish wouldn't last on me. So there was 3 times when I used Dip Prep Bond, however you call it. It's the same thing. It's good old alcohol. This nail is, yes, finally prepped for the base coat. Now for the base coat, I'm gonna use my beloved Saute Nails Luxury Beige Base. I used to use a gelish, everything from gelish, but now I'm like, there are cheaper brands that offer similar results, so I'm going for cheaper, since, you know, it's a little bit expensive to buy everything from gelish for me personally, because I like to splurge on my regular nail polishes. So for my gels, I use just simple gels that are actually, these are from Poland, but they are very nice quality and I like them so much. So I'm gonna apply a gel base like so. I apply a first very thin coat, excuse me, and then I'm gonna go more ham on a second coat, but first one has got to be very thin, like not almost non-existent. And I'm applying on my finger as well, because I do have these short nails now, so I'm gonna clean it off just in a second. So most people become allergic to gel polish when you apply gel polish like here I applied on the skin, and then you try to cure it. So I'm gonna clean off like so, and I'm gonna use that alcohol little thing to remove further, to make sure none of the gel is on my fingers and not on the cuticles, not over here. No gel should be there, you know, you guys. I have a bubble here, but I'm not gonna fix it. Let's just let him live his best life. This little bubble, I don't know, maybe I can, well, maybe I can try to fix it, but I don't know if it'll work like so. And then I'm gonna clean off the skins once again, so we don't develop an allergy and whatnot. It looks perfectly clean. Applied only on the nail, and now I'm gonna go in the lamp for 60 seconds. So if the nail starts to burn under the lamp, like with the cheaper lamps that is the case, you might want to go ahead and pull off your hand from the lamp and just wait a few seconds, and you can put in the hand once again and it shouldn't burn. If it burns, just repeat the steps until it stops burning. Immediately remove your hand if it starts burning like gel polish, immediately, because otherwise you can get onycholysis, and that's a very serious illness where the nail plate does not stick to the finger anymore, so that is not good. And we don't want that in our life. So the first coat is applied like so. I still managed to have a bubble there, but we're gonna go with it, it's okay. Now I'm gonna apply a thicker coat, bigger droplet of nail polish here, and notice how I am not touching the cuticles at all. I'm just applying the gel in its apex mostly, and then I will glide gently off of the nail plate. And if you want, you can go ahead with gels. It's very easy to make as close to the cuticle as possible. Just go ahead from the middle up, from the middle up, from the middle up, from the middle up. Beautiful. And now just fix up the mess you just made like I did. This is a self-leveling gel formula, so if I hold my finger like so, it'll self-level beautifully into the apex. So I might do that just for a few seconds, and then I'm gonna put the nail polish in the lamp, and that's it. That is gonna be our second coat with base coat. Why would I apply two base coats? Well, I learned in the seminar that it holds on the nails longer if you apply firstly one very thin gel coat and buff it into your nail even a little bit, And the second coat is for the shape mostly. So what I did now is I'm shaping the apex to be bigger because it looks more beautiful. So the gel seems to be as even as it will be. And now I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the lamp as well. Now, typically this is the step where you would want to put on your gel color, but I'm not gonna do that because I use a regular nail polish. Why do I apply gel at all? Because gel polish lasts on my nails now with this technique, and also regular polish applied on gel polish lasts even longer. So if you wanted a life hack that for them to last very long, you just simply apply a gel base. Then we're going to apply a gel top coat. I personally use no wipe glossy top coat. And then I apply regular nail polish that lasts on me for months, as long as the gel lasts. So there is that. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply the top coat. So with the top coat, simple rules here. We also apply a very thin coat. Try not to touch your cuticles nor the finger, and I gently swipe in one coat. And one coat of top coat is actually perfectly enough to have on yourself. I personally love this top coat because it is glossy, like no other top coat. Like you can see here, my nails are a week in and they are still very glossy. And another plus we have on its side that it is no wipe top coat, meaning that after I cure it, I don't need to wipe it. It has no stickiness, nothing. You can just go ahead about your day and your manicure will be perfectly done. So I'm gonna go ahead and cure this nail and I'll show you the final result with the cuticle oil on top. So the top coat is done curing. It's not sticky whatsoever, as I've mentioned before. And now at this point, I am applying a cuticle oil. My favorite cuticle oil at the moment is Hello Taco's refillable nail oil pen. I think it's very comfortable to use. I wish it had a scent, but I missed out on the birthday oil. Let it sit and soak in. I don't do much with my nails after doing them for like a few hours, just to let that oil soak in beautifully. So if you happen to use gel nail polish and your gel nail polish doesn't last here on the cuticles, it means the prep wasn't proper and you might need a drill to actually remove those dead skins, because when I personally used a simple little metal tool like so, like I used in the beginning, that made my cuticles not last at all, and like near to my cuticles the gel polish would come off, and now it doesn't because I do a prep with a drill and it helps me a lot. As you noticed, I applied cuticle oil only at the end of the manicure because that's how it goes. The gel polish will not last if you apply cuticle oil before everything. Plus, what's the point? In my opinion, like you apply the nail oil before applying gel polish and then you remove it with acetone and then you dehydrate your blades, so that makes no sense for me personally. It's the most logical thing to do is to apply the cuticle oil at the very end of the manicure. It just makes the most sense to me personally. And yeah, this is the final look on the final nail. Let me go off camera and fix these little bad boys. It's gonna take some time, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that and come back with the final result. So that is it. My Cindy hand is done. Look at the results. Oh my goodness, so beautiful. But I am so happy with my Cindy hand right now that this one looks like Cindy next to her. But it is what it is. You can have both hands equally beautiful at all times, as a nail swatcher especially. So thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please subscribe. Also, don't forget to support me on Patreon or here on YouTube so that I could buy more snacks for Siri. And thank you so much. Bye!